Now on News Channel 6 at 11, voting rights, ballot access, and civic reintegration. The CSRA League of Women Voters holds a community conversation. Plus, Augusta University hosting the nation's largest cyber patriot graduation. We'll take you there as your news at 11 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with the Alliance for Fort Gordon's Cyber Patriot Camp celebrating its largest graduating class to date. News Channel 6's Michaela Davis was at the Georgia Cyber Center today for the big event.
The Advanced Cybersecurity Camp gives students hands-on experience in areas like network security, digital forensic, and ethical hacking. For many, graduation marks the reward of weeks of hard work.
It always feels great when you have your knowledge, and I worked so hard to memorize the Quizlets, to understand the material. It's a lot of material to understand.
Program leaders say the camp's growth is driven by returning students, dedicated mentors, and a team committed to helping the next generation succeed.
Especially to see ones that we've seen for years and years come back every time. I think it is a testament to my leadership and the leadership that I bestow upon all of our interns that we hire. We started with 2 of us, and now there's 5 of us this year.
As students cross the stage, their biggest supporters were there to celebrate the milestone.
Nicholas, I am very proud of you, and you did a great job, and I knew you would. So congratulations. I love you very much.
This year, the Cyber Patriot program trained 332 students, making it the largest program of its kind in the nation. Since 2019, more than 1,400 students have completed the free cybersecurity training. In Augusta, Michaela Davis, WJBF, News Channel 6.
Today marks 7 years since the death of civil rights icon and Congressman John Lewis. Time now for a first check of your weather. Intense lightning show when I was driving back from dinner, Jenna.
That's exactly right, Jenny. We had so much lightning today across the CSRA, and here's a look now at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam right outside the station. There it is. Oh, we caught it just in time. Not sure if you saw that, Jenny, but we just saw a bolt in the distance on our Skyview cam right here at Television Park. So these storms are still going on. It has led to some power outages across the CSRA. Aiken County at 900 outages, 2,000 in Saluda County, and then a few hundred down in Johnson and Emmanuel County, where there was a severe thunderstorm warning earlier. Right now on Live Viper 6, nothing severe, but these storms are still producing frequent lightning, and you can see this cell right over Warrenton and parts of McDuffie County, including Thompson. 48 strikes over the last 5 minutes. So that is also bringing torrential rainfall. A couple lightning strikes down in southeastern Burke County, and then we have an aerial flood advisory until 12:15 for Wagner, where there was a very strong storm earlier. Noticed several pockets of around 2.5 inches of rainfall. We have that flash flood warning in Emmanuel County as well. Winds are coming out of the south. It is pretty breezy, 14 miles per hour in Augusta, and it's warm and muggy, 70s and 80s across the board. As we look ahead here, we will still have some rain chances over the weekend. More details coming up, but back to you, Jenny.
All right, thanks, Jenna. Drivers in Grovetown had to reroute earlier this week after a train hit a tractor trailer Monday, shutting down the crossing in Catherine Street. And it's not the first time this has happened. The intersection's layout makes trucks likely to get stuck. Grovetown and the railroad company CSX have signs telling trucks they're not allowed to cross. There are also signs for an alternate route for trucks around the intersection.
A train had hit a truck and the shoulder dash on the thing. So then I used to go over that railroad track when I'm coming home at night. So I had to make a detour, go all the way up to the, to the circle, another place, East Road, Catherine Street, and to get home. So it was kind of, but that's twice that's happened.
CSX released a statement following the incident, but did not mention any potential changes to the intersection. The U.S. Department of Education is investigating 20 school districts across the country, including Richmond County. Federal investigators will examine how districts reported and responded to allegations of staff sexual misconduct including whether they properly reported incidents and took steps to protect students.
Well, the protocol, what they should do is tell a trusted adult. That's the first thing they should do. And again, there are protocols in place that make that to follow through on those questions. And so again, the hope is that they feel safe, and we want to reassure the parents that they're sending their students to a safe learning environment.
The Georgia Association of Educators says any allegation of sexual harassment or misconduct should immediately be reported through established channels. The South Carolina Bar and Tavern Association has announced a partnership with an insurance company to expand access to liquor liability coverage. The new program, through Ragnar Hospitality Insurance, aims to provide hospitality businesses with affordable, industry-specific insurance solutions. The partnership comes after many business owners face high insurance costs and limited coverage options.
There is a bar here in Greenville that originally they were paying $23,000 a year. They got quoted for this year $32,000, and the Ragnar Hospitality Group was able to insure them for $7,000. We want this to be an insurance company that's going to be around for a long time, that can keep these rates affordable.
Experts say liquor liability insurance has become one of the most pressing concerns for hospitality operators nationwide. Several services have been announced to honor and celebrate the life and legacy of Senator Lindsey Graham. The first in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday, July 28th. 2 additional services will be held in Columbia and Pickens County on Wednesday, the 29th. We'll keep you updated on air and online as more information becomes available. Graham's sudden death has state officials planning a special election to fill his seat. And now President Trump.
Hot, humid, and stormy weather, that will be the trend as we head into the weekend. We're also keeping a close eye on the tropics. I'll have all the details when we return.
Jimmy, what are you doing?
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Welcome back. It's a very busy Friday night with these very electrical storms still going on across the CSRA. So luckily we did not have much severe weather today. We had a couple warnings earlier down in Emmanuel County, Burke County, Jefferson. But the main problem today has been the lightning. You can see this storm really packing a punch over Warrenton and Warren County, and a couple lightning strikes in McDuffie County as well with that heavy rainfall near Thompson. Just light showers around Richmond and Columbia County, but we're still seeing the flashes of lightning in the distance. There's one lightning strike near Hephzibah, some heavy rain near Plant Vogel and Burke County, and then we had that aerial flood advisory for Wagner. Luckily, no more rain over there, but a very strong storm was taking place near Wagner, leading to power outages in Aiken County. This is our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam. I'm patiently waiting a few seconds to see if we see any lightning here. Oh, I knew it was bound to come eventually. So that's our view in Thompson right now. Hope everyone is staying safe tonight. 76 degrees. We have a south-southwest wind of 10 miles per hour. It's very muggy. Dew points are in the 70s, so lots of moisture in the air. With this high pressure down in the Gulf, that's bringing us all this moisture. And we also have this trough of low pressure that brought some intense rainfall to the west coast of Florida today. And along that upper level low, we actually have a 30% chance of tropical development. So this was originally up the eastern seaboard, the yellow area to watch over the past couple of days. Now it's expanded further towards the west, covering the entire northern Gulf here. And that's because it's expected to meander here. And the chance of development is still very low. And that's because there's a lot of wind shear that's down in the Gulf that'll help to keep that storm from developing. We're also going to have a cold front coming in from the north. That'll help to push it down towards the south. And that cold front's going to also bring wind shear, and it will be our main weather maker here in the CSRA on Sunday with some strong to severe storms possible. So rain chances up to 50%. Still keeping that slight chance of rain into the beginning and middle of next week, with lots of moisture still coming in from that potential area of low pressure developing in the Gulf. But for our setup for tomorrow, just a marginal risk in the far northern portion of the CSRA. That spreads a little further south into Augusta on Sunday with the threat of damaging wind gusts and hail. Of course, it'll still be hot and humid this weekend as well. Highs in the mid-90s, heat index up to 108. Starting out your Saturday, sunny and dry though, 74 in the morning. then those mid-90s in the afternoon. So here's our futurecast tonight. The western portion of the CSRA still seeing that rainfall with a few storms, lightning strikes until around 1:30 in the morning. Then as we pick things up on Saturday afternoon, pop-up showers and storms across the area. We'll be watching for that threat of damaging wind gusts and hail. We'll get a break on Sunday morning, and then here comes the cold front, bringing more storms Sunday evening, still with that possibility of severe weather through Sunday evening. So that 10-day forecast is showing the highest rain chance on Sunday as we go into next week. Temperatures starting out very hot, then cooling down a little bit into the low 90s, bringing us back to near average. And of course, we do still have that poor air quality across the Midwest, all the way down into the mid-Atlantic, with children and older Americans across multiple states being advised to stay indoors as thick smoke from hundreds of Canadian wildfires pushes south.
The smoke is causing burning of the eyes and it's irritating lungs. Alex Stone reports on the impacts here in the U.S.
Tonight, more than 100 million Americans are now under air quality alerts that stretch from the upper Midwest to the East Coast. More than 900 wildfires burning across Canada and sweeping into major U.S. cities.
It's just gotten so bad.
Now scenes like these, the Washington Monument disappearing in haze, the Statue of Liberty vanishing. In Cleveland, the Guardians postponing Friday night's game against the Pirates because the air is so bad.
You do notice it when you're out here, though. You can smell it.
And now there are growing concerns about Sunday's World Cup final in New Jersey. The stadium has been sitting in smoke for days. Sources telling ABC News FIFA is closely monitoring the air quality forecast ahead of kickoff. On the National Mall, some are masking up.
It's affecting everybody's physical activity, no doubt.
In Canada, many of the largest fires are burning in Ontario. Premier Doug Ford is asking the U.S. to send more firefighters and equipment.
We're throwing every single resource we have.
Ford is also reacting to some Republican lawmakers accusing Canada of not doing enough to prevent wildfire smoke from crossing over the border. Ford saying this is not the time for Americans to complain and is urging the U.S. to send help, like the Canadians have done when wildfires burn in the States. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Take a look at this. NASA releasing stunning new images of the surface of Mars. This time-lapse video captured by a spacecraft named Psyche during a flyby over the red planet in May. Psyche is on a 2 billion-mile mission to a distant asteroid belt. It's expected to arrive there in August of 2029. And now the winning numbers in tonight's South Carolina Lottery. Pick 3, 987. Pick 4, 7390. Fireball 8. We'll be right back.
April 1st through 4th.
Washington.
Coming up, a prayer and balloon release to honor the late Laney head coach Otis Smart. Stay tuned for details of the ceremony in sports.
For years, Augusta waited.
Coming up, a prayer and balloon release to honor the late Laney head coach Otis Smart. Stay tuned for details of the ceremony in sports.
For years, Augusta waited. Now, the wait is over. The Augusta Lynx are back and ready to take on the ECHL. A new era of hockey is coming to the Garden City in 2027, bringing back the passion, pride, and excitement that made Lynx hockey a tradition. The puck is about to drop on a new chapter. You won't want to miss a moment. Be there when the Lynx take the ice. Season memberships and group outings are available now at AugustaLynx.com.
America's 250th celebration continues.
Think you've seen everything on your favorite TV show? Hazel's sure a take charge maid.
It ain't all hors d'oeuvres and good-looking butlers, you know.
Always getting a head start on things in the Baxter household.
Hazel!
Literally. Hazel seems to run head first whenever she feels the need to rush. Maybe she was a track star in her early days. Take a closer look at Antenna TV.
Antenna TV.
Your most watched local news is getting a big plus.
WJBF 6 Plus, built for the way you watch.
The CSRA's trusted news source, now on demand.
Live Viper 6 weather when it matters most.
Streamed at any time, anywhere.
Plus, it's totally free. No subscription required.
WJBF 6 Plus is ready when you are. Download it free today on your favorite streaming device. The Scholar Athlete
Gatorade Awards are brought to you by Jefferson Energy Cooperative, Revamp of Augusta, McDonald's, and WJBF News Channel 6. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Lucy C. Laney High School announced a prayer and balloon release to honor legendary girls basketball coach Otis Smart, who passed away last weekend. It'll be this Sunday at 6 p.m. at Lucy C. Laney Memorial Stadium to honor the life and legacy of Coach Smart and the tremendous impact he's had on the CSRA and his student athletes. He just achieved his 1,000th career win this past season. The school is asking current and former players to bring white balloons, faculty, staff, and retirees to have red balloons, student and parents silver balloons, and alumni and community supporters to have gray balloons. Well, the EYBL Nike Peach Jam teams get dwindled down to just 8 heading into the weekend, with the Florida Rebels hoping to book their spot into the quarterfinals. 5-star point guard and top prospect Caden Daughtry leading Peach Jam, averaging 34.8 points per game. Grovetown native MJ Curry also on the team, taking on the Utah prospects. First quarter here. Here's Daughtry one-on-one with his defender, makes a nice move and banks in the fadeaway jumper. MJ Curry here dishes it to Daughtry. Nothing but net, splashes home that triple. Now, how about the Grovetown native Curry with the slam dunk in transition? The Florida Rebels moving on to the quarterfinals to face team CP3 Saturday at 9 a.m. Well, ACC kickoff officially wrapped up as the Clemson student athletes discuss their upcoming season, the new faces, and so much more. But what does head coach Dabo Swinney expect from his team this season? Well, he was pretty transparent about last year's disappointing season, saying, quote, "We stunk," but going into his 18th year coaching the team, he said they aren't making any excuses. Instead, they're focusing on getting back to their winning ways, a program that's had 15 winning seasons in a row, 3 ACC championships in the last decade, of course a pair of national championships under Swinney, and he's hoping what happened last year could light a fire under them.
7 wins at Clemson, there better be some renewed hunger. Otherwise, you got no pulse. We got a lot of guys that are back on this team. They've never experienced that. Sammy Brown comes to Clemson, wins the ACC, goes to the playoffs. I mean, that's kind of what you're supposed to do, right? We win 7 games. You lose 3 by 11 points. You lose 2 on the last play of the game. High expectations, all these predictions, which is a good lesson for this team, right?
Now, Clemson will kick off their season against the LSU Tigers under their new head coach, Lane Kiffin. If you missed our full coverage in Charlotte yesterday, head on over to our sports page. Well, the second round of the Open Championship wrapped up, but not without some drama. Bryson DeChambeau received a 2-stroke penalty for stepping on long grass at the 5th hole, or in other words, trying to improve his stance or swing, which dropped him from a tie for 2nd to a tie for 5th. Prior to that penalty, he finished the second round with a 7 under par score, 1 stroke behind leader Lucas Herbert. So we'll see if that'll impact his performance tomorrow, Jenny.
All right. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Gianna. We'll be right back.
Dad, it's your shot.
The weather. It seems like it's always changing. That's why Live Viper 6 is always there.
It is a Viper 6 alert day as we track severe weather.
The Live Viper 6 weather team is coverage you can count on.
We now have a special weather statement for Warren County. This is for frequent lightning, heavy rainfall, and wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. That's until 11:45. The rest of the CSRA looking pretty good. The rain is moving off towards the northwest. Just some light showers around Richmond County. More storms in the forecast, though, this weekend, especially on Sunday, and it's going to be very hot and humid.
75-year-old Nancy Norton has been skydiving 6 times. The grandmother of 10 has turned the stunts into a family tradition, taking each of her grandchildren when they turn 18. It's all in honor of Nancy's late husband, who died a decade ago and said he regretted never skydiving. Now Nancy and her grandkids do it in his honor to remember to live their lives without regrets.
Oh, that's amazing.
It really is. Good for them.
Not something I would
a lot
want to
braver
do.
than I am.
Yeah, for them, no. Can't do it.
That's our report from everybody. Thank you for watching. Make sure you download our mobile app for breaking news and weather. Sean will be here at 7 a.m. for Good Morning Augusta. Good night.
Want to win your very own Good Morning Augusta Augusta coffee mug? Sign up today. Visit WJBF.com/coffee club and register to win. Sponsored by RAL Electric. Trusted, recognized, reliable since 1955.
George Sink Injury Lawyers has the experience to help you get your money faster.
Get George Sink Law Firm on the line. Call 999-999.
At Rooms to Go, our furniture is made to be together. We invented the room package so that buying beautifully designed furniture for every room in your home is fun, fast, and easy. When you buy a piece, you save a little, but when you buy the room, you save a lot. Like this beautiful sofa for $5.99 or this fabulous 7-piece living room package for $16.99. Great room packages made easy. That's the magic of Rooms to Go.
Rise and shine. If you live in St. John Towers, you don't want to miss a minute of the day ahead. Join good friends for fun and games. Maybe hop on the bus for an outing. Take a fitness class. Drop by the lively dining room for a meal. Walk your dog. Or simply enjoy quiet time in your cozy apartment. Pay us a visit and see why St. John Towers has been Augusta's premier senior living community for more than 50 years.
Hurry in to the Acura Summer of Performance event going on now.
Play Lucky Coins Disco Pig for